We are going to start with this is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Word syndrome is used here because in case of AIDS, immune system is get destroyed and it results in showing symptoms of different kinds of diseases, hence called as syndrome. What is the causative agent for AIDS? It is HIV. Its full form is human immunodeficiency virus, which is a retrovirus consisting of single strand RNA as the genetic material, hence called as ssRNA. This AIDS, it is considered as modern pandemic. What is the meaning of word pandemic? Now we are suffering with corona. It's a pandemic disease, that means found all over the world, and it is a modern pandemic because it was found recently, that means just before 10 to 15 years back. So modern pandemic. Position of HIV virus, where it is found. If the person is get infected, this HIV virus are found in saliva, in tears, in nervous system tissue, in spinal fluid, blood and semen. In pre-seminal fluid also virus can be seen. It is also found in vaginal fluid and breast milk. So in human body at many places this virus can be seen, but the main virus which can transmit the disease, is through blood, is through semen, is through vaginal fluid, breast milk. These are responsible for transmitting the disease. How this AIDS is get transmitted? It can be transmitted through unsafe sexual contacts. It can be transmitted through blood transfusion or through needle sharing. The blood which is given to the patient is generally given to the patient if it is contaminated with AIDS virus. It can be given to the healthy person. Needle sharing means when the injections are given and this needle is reused again, and if the previous person is get infected one, then through needle sharing it can also be transmitted. From mother to child, if the mother is already infected one and if she is giving birth to the child, then through placenta it can be transmitted, as well as through breast milk it can also be transmitted to the young one. Accidental needle injury, that means by mistake if the same syringe is used. Secondly, artificial insemination. Artificial insemination is generally used in case of test tube baby. So this insemination means semen is introduced into the female body for fertilization. And donated semen, as well as organ transplantation with infected organs, is responsible for transmission of this AIDS from one person to other. Some sentence below three sentences are written in bold and they are underlined, which is very much important. You should know that this AIDS is not transmitted through casual contacts like hugging, mosquito biting and sports participation. So modes of transmission can be asked for 2 marks here, especially because awareness among the young generation is very much important. See here, this diagram is there for the structure of AIDS virus. This structure of AIDS virus diagram can be asked for 2 or for 3 marks. May possible that diagram will be given in the question paper. This type of diagram will be given in the question paper without labels, but arrows will be shown and you have to label it for 2 marks. What is the structure of this AIDS virus? See in the diagram, it's clear that it consists of this 2 layers. This is the outer coat of protein and this is inner coat of protein. So AIDS virus consists of these 2 coats of protein. Outer to this coat of protein, this is a layer of glycoprotein. And this glycoprotein layer, it consists of this knob-like structure, which are called as glycoprotein spikes. So lipid membrane is the outermost coat with this glycoprotein spikes. Inner to lipid membrane, there are 2 coats of proteins present, and inside this you can see here these two thread-like structures are seen, which are the RNA molecules. And here enzyme reverse transcription is there. This enzyme reverse transcriptase is to transcribe DNA from RNA, and hence it is called as retrovirus. Why it's called as retrovirus? Because of presence of enzyme reverse transcriptase. This virus is able to transcribe DNA from RNA. Generally, from DNA, RNAs are formed, but this virus is able to form DNA from RNA. Hence, it is called as retrovirus. So remember, diagram for 2 or 3 marks is very much important. Next to that, we are going to study about clinical manifestation, that is called as symptoms. It is classified into 4 categories, the symptoms. First one is called as initial infection. What does it mean? In initial infection, just the virus is entered inside the body, and because of that, human bodies start producing antibodies. That means in initial infection, antibodies can be seen, and it takes place simply usually 2 to 8 weeks after the infection. Second stage is called as asymptomatic carrier stage. This asymptomatic carrier stage means the symptoms are not seen. Symptoms of different kinds of diseases cannot be seen. Simply the HIV virus is present in human body. And this incubation period, it ranges from 6 months to 10 years. Third stage is called as AIDS-related complex, also called as ARC, which shows one or more of the following symptoms. And that symptoms seen in case of ARC are recurrent fever for longer than 1 month. That means patient can have fever for more than 1 month. They have fatigue, as well as there is unexplained diarrhea. That means without any reason, patient is suffering from diarrhea. Night sweat is there, shortness of breath, loss of weight is there, which will be more than 10%. Fourth symptom is called as AIDS, which is the advanced HIV infection. It is characterized by life-threatening opportunistic infection, which includes pneumonia, tuberculosis, and Kaposi sarcoma. This Kaposi sarcoma means the skin cancer. Pneumonia and tuberculosis are also the life-threatening diseases. So these are the 4 symptoms seen in case of the AIDS patient. How to prevent this disease? See, in case of AIDS, there is no cure, so that the patient will be totally get cured. So as there is no cure, there is no treatment for the AIDS, prevention is very much important. How to prevent this? For the prevention of AIDS, education is the most important thing. That means awareness must be there among the young people, among the teenagers, so that whatever modes of transmission are there, they will prevent all this. So education is the most important thing. Secondly, disposable needle and syringes should be disposed of after their use. The blood which is transfused to the patients, or blood which will be donated by the patients, at that time of the donation, it should be properly screened, as well as blood should not be donated by the high risk person. As well as when the blood is given to the patient, that means before receiving blood, it should be screened. Routine screening for the blood must be done for whom? For blood donors, for organ donors, for donors of semen and growth hormone, as well as the patients which undergoes hemodialysis and females in high risk group who are pregnant. For them, proper screening should be done, and the females which are pregnant and which are HIV positive should take the proper treatment, otherwise they should not give birth to the young ones. This is about prevention. Again, 2-mark question can be framed over this. Next to that, treatment. As I said, treatment is not available for the AIDS, but some antiretroviral drugs are available. What is the function of these antiretroviral drugs? These antiretroviral drugs just helps in reducing viral loads. That means whatever number of viruses are there in the human body, their number will be reduced. They will not be killed. They cannot be killed inside the human body. Just simply by deactivating them, their number is reduced. And because of reducing viral load, life of the patient can be prolonged. Which are these drugs? These are, first one TDF, that is tenofovir. Secondly, EFV, which is called as efavirenz, lamivudine, and 3-TC, etc. can be used for prolonging the patient's life. So this is all about this disease AIDS, one of the important part. Generally, question of 2 or 3 mark is framed on this topic on the AIDS because awareness is required among the teenagers, among the young generation. Okay, so here we come to the end of all kinds of diseases in this topic, human health and diseases. In the next lecture, I am going to take the further part like adolescence and drug addiction.